Hello friends, welcome. And I'm so excited today. We are going to talk about something that is dear to me, and it is words. The right words can change a life. So please don't hold them back. If you say something nice to someone, you don't know what that does to their lives. And I will ask you a question. Have you ever had someone say something to you and it stayed with you for the rest of your life? You remember the words, not because they were long or loud or dramatic, but because they were the exact words that you needed to hear at that time. Maybe somebody told you that you can do it. Maybe they showed interest in you and believed in you, and they told you that they believe in you. Maybe they told you not to give up when you are almost at the edge, when you're like, I'm about to give up. And somebody comes along and says, don't give up. There is still a future. There is still positive in this world. And in that moment, it shifts your perspective. You may be like, I think I can do it. We speak so many words throughout the day because we are always talking. And some words we forget them, but there are some words that stay with us. And why? It's because they were said at the right time and they were the right words. I know sometimes we have a hard time believing when people tell us positive words. You think, oh, they're just being nice, or they're just being kind, or that person is just like that. He's always positive. But today I want to invite you into a space where you need to accept when somebody says nice words to you, when they encourage you, when they believe in you, and not just brush it off and be, oh, they're always like that. No. And for me, even if they don't mean it, but as long as it is a positive word, I'm going to run with it. I'm going to take it and be like, yeah, I can do it. If somebody says, Betty, you can do it, I'm going to, yes, I can do it. I'm not going to analyze. I'm not going to try to say, oh, did I really mean it? No, I'm going to take it. So I'm inviting you because the right words can change a life. They can uplift someone who is doubting. They can restore confidence. They can awaken something within the person. They can encourage you. And they can start a new thing that you never even thought about. And I remember this. When I was young, I was in primary 5. And the gentleman that changed my life, one day I will hopefully even have him talk to you with me, drove me to this university called Makerere University in Uganda and asked me a question and said, will you want to come to this place one day? I didn't know what the place was. I'm seeing the buildings, I'm saying, and he told me it was a university and he explained it to me that after you finish your high school, you can come here. At the time, I had not even heard of Makerere University. But to cut the whole story short, I ended up earning a bachelor's degree from that university. And the words that were planted in me were planted long before then. I was just in primary 5, I still had to finish primary. I still had 6 years of high school. And I got a degree from there because somebody believed in me. Somebody took time to let me know that I can do it. So please, if you're in a position to encourage somebody, please do it. Don't hold it back. Don't be like, I don't, No, just do it. And when we read Proverbs 16:24, let us even, in fact, read it right now. Proverbs 16:24 says, pleasant words are like a honeycomb sweetness to the soul, and the health to the bones. So the right words, the good words are really, really important. As much as that sometimes people don't want to believe them, people have a hard time when they're told good things to believe them, I would invite you to believe them. I would invite you to take them and do like maybe what somebody says. Maybe somebody said you can do it, and you can start believing that you can do it. I know it is hard. Not everybody takes compliments. Not everybody takes good words seriously. And what is really sad is that we believe the negative. We believe the wrong words. We believe when somebody says stuff that are not right or correct or nasty. We believe those and we keep him. But then when somebody says something nice, sometimes we are like, it's because they're being nice, you know? But please, start believing in the right words when people say them to you. And today I want to share with you 5 things the right words can do. And the first one, the right words can awaken purpose. There are dreams people have and they are buried within them. They are not gone, but they are just quiet. But then if somebody comes along and tells them and encourages them and maybe even questions them and say, why not you? That can awaken something in the person's life. So it is important to say good things to people. It is important to encourage others because you never know. What you say might awaken something in somebody. And then they'll be like, because so-and-so said that, I decided to go to work and start doing things that I want to do, you know. That's because the right words don't just encourage, they awaken purpose. So remember that. Number 2, the right words build confidence. That is big because a lot of people, including myself, we have low confidence sometimes. Not in everything, but there are some things that we are less confident in. But if somebody comes along and encourages us and believes in us, we could do better. So many people are not lacking ability. They just lack belief in themselves. But if somebody says, I see you, you can do it, suddenly they can begin to believe that. So it is important because confidence often begins with someone's words. Sometimes we can't encourage ourselves well, but if somebody from outside encourages us, we can gain confidence. For example, for me, when I got the call to write this book, which I've told you a few times, From Orphan to Inspiration, 11 Miracles That Helped Me Escape Death, I was not confident to write a book because I had never written a book before. But my uncle, one of my uncles, encouraged me and said, you can. If the Lord has called you, He will equip you. You can do it. And also the coach I got, the company I had to help me with the production, she told me, you can do it. I'm like, I've never done a book. All these excuses I had, and they said, you can do it. So remember that. The third one is the right words give strength in hard seasons. We all go through a lot. In fact, my book, I will read you a little bit that I wrote here on the back cover. It says, in the world filled with uncertainty, illnesses, and personal trials, many hearts grow weary and discouraged. But even in the darkest moments, hope still whispers. So the right words will become a catalyst for hope. There will be moments when people feel like giving up, but if somebody comes along and says, you've come this far, don't quit. You've traveled this journey, don't give up. That can shift a thought in that person's life. The right words become strength when somebody feels weak. So instead of putting people down, let's lift them up. And also us, if we're being told, let's receive it and go with it. Number 4, the right words shape identity. This is big. This is really important. What people hear repeatedly, they begin to believe it. We are going to use positive words. We are going to encourage them and say, you're strong, you're capable, you are called, you're smart, you're beautiful. Those words, when they hear them enough, they will begin to believe them. They will start identifying themselves with that. The right words don't just touch emotions, they shape the identity. So let's use our words well. Number 5, which is the final one, is that the right words restore after failure. Failure makes people, including myself, to question everything. If you failed at something, you just have so many questions, and you just, in most cases, you're beating yourself down, and it's a hard time to fail. Nobody wants to fail. But if somebody comes and says, this didn't work, but it taught you something. If we see failure as lessons to help us going forward, instead of feeling like, oh, it is all these things I didn't do well, and then you start putting yourself down, I think that would help us. So, in everything you do, there will be somewhere where you feel like I didn't do enough, But instead of dwelling on that, take what you've learned and do better going forward. The right words don't just ignore failure, they reframe failure. Instead of feeling like you failed, you learned something, and you will do better next time. Or you're going to help someone else to rise, because you give them a testimony, or you will tell them how to do something. You will share with them some information and say, oh, if you go this way, it might not be the right way. Maybe go this side. Because you took that route and it wasn't. So whatever we go through, it is not for no reason. There is always a reason. Anyway, how to use the right words. If the right words can do all this, then we must be intentional with what we say. We have to really be intentional. Speak life when you see potential. Don't hold back encouragement. Say the kind words when you feel them. Speak hope, speak courage, and be aware of the timing. Because it is not just what you say, sometimes it is when you say it. That can also be very important. There is someone in your life right now who is tired, who is doubting, who is quietly wondering if they should give up. And you may not even realize it, but you might be the one with the right words they need to hear. So allow God to use you to speak in people's lives and lift them up. Be God's vessel in a positive way. If you remember anything from what we've talked today, please remember this: the right words spoken at the right time can change a life forever. If this video has encouraged you, please share it with someone else. And I would also love you to tell me in the comment, what is one thing someone said to you that changed your life in a positive way? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited for you on this journey and for all of us. And I hope you'll go out there and use the right words when you're talking to people. Thank you. God bless you.